Close it in a little bit. Come on, come on. You don't never had this much trouble. Just try to make sure that the whole screen is there. I don't like to cut off the edges. Y'all let me know if y'all can see the text. How the text looking up here? Is the text looking okay? Is that all right? Can y'all read that? Let me know. Because you know what we're getting into this morning, right? All right, let's go. We got Trump, Charlie Kirk memorialized in Arizona. It's Monday, y'all. My favorite day of the week. Let me get that right a little bit more. You know, your boy is a neat freak. Come on, come on, come on. Okay, still got some time. That's why I'm kind of glad that the screen takes a little bit of time. Okay, it looks good. It looks good. Okay, y'all ready? Y'all can read it? Okay, cool. Walk with me, God. Walk with me, Lord, the way that you always do. What's up, Casey? What's up, Liberty and Justice? How you doing, Mark? How you doing, Luigi? What's going on? What's that, Jeff up in the building? And Rebecca Lanyan Bueno. How the tie looking? Make sure that the audio's up. I hear it in the background. And yeah, I'm ready to go. They're ready to go. It's time to start the show. I hope you're ready, yo, 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 yo. Wind it up. He ready, y'all, trust me. Wind it up. He's ready to go. I got faith this morning. Wind it up. We're gonna wind it up. And don't fail me, baby. Don't fail me. Let's get it going. Hey, you need to be threatened. Huh? I gotta buy another watch. Sometimes. And let's open up those paws. Let's open up those paws. We got to open them up. It's a nice Monday morning, you guys. I can't lie to you. I'm so happy it's Monday. Let me get that side. Let me get that side. And then we... Shorty, I'm here for you anytime you need me. For real, girl, it's me in your world. Believe me, nothing makes a man feel better than the woman. Queen with a crown that be down for whatever. It's a few things that's forever. My lady, we can make war or make babies. Back when I was nothing, you made a brother feel like he was something. That's why I'm down with you today, boo, no frontin'. Even when the skies were gray, you would rub me on the back and say, baby, it will be okay. Now that's real to a brother like me, baby. Never ever keep my weight and keep it tight, all right? And we're gonna walk these dogs so we can live in a fat ass crib with thousands of kids. Word life, don't take a ring to be my wife. Just be there for me and I'ma make sure we be living in the epic lap of luxury. I'm realizing that you didn't have to fuck with me, but you did. Now I'm going all out, kid, and I got mad love to give. You're all lie together, cry together. I swear to God, I hope we fucking die together. Y'all know why I'm open, right? Cause we made it another day. And if pump that beat. It's Monday the 22nd. That's right, y'all. 2025. I'm your host, BOOGOTTINYC, and this is our bottom line, where we be talking about this and that and that and this and this and that and that. But we be talking about this and that and that and this and this and that. Just got me lit. It's Monday, y'all. Take me in the room. Tell them to wake up. It's 6 o'clock. It's actually past 6 o'clock, especially with all that performing and dancing and moving around. Yeah, time to get up, because if I can do it, I know y'all can. How everybody doing? Welcome. It's our bottom line time. Guess what? Y'all could have went anywhere, but the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you, y'all. I appreciate you. Let me see who we got up in the building. We got Casey up in the building. Let me go ahead and let me get this fixed over here so I can see everybody who's up in here. That's right. Let's go. We got Casey up in the building. We got Liberty and Justice up in the building. We got, who's that? Angels Among Us up in the building. Ms. Paris is up in the building. Look at Batty Lynn like, die together, die together. I swear to God, I hope we fucking die together. She's singing all the Mary J. Blige parts, y'all. That's what Batty doing right now. What else we got going on up in here? We got, who's that over there? We got Back and Baby says hi. What's going on? Casey, my brother, fist up, tap it up. Y'all double tap that screen, get them likes up. Liberty and Justice, what's going on? You know I can't forget my sister, who? Rebecca Lanyon Bueno, chiming in from Grand Rapids, Michigan. It's Monday morning, y'all. We made it another one. He gave us another day to get it right. Like I always say, we always have problems, but as long as we got another chance to work and get through that problem, problems present opportunities. I hope everybody's having a good one. I'm not going to hold it up because we got a lot to get into. We got a fully loaded clip. We got to get into Trump situations. We got Charlie Kirk coverage. We got a little bit of more information from the Jeffrey Epstein stuff. You guys see it behind me. So without any further ado, let's get into these titles. Let's go. What do I have for you guys? I almost fell and I tried to catch it. I ain't even gonna lie. Let's go, y'all. What I got for y'all right here? I have Trump, Charlie Kirk memorialized in Arizona. Again, memorial was yesterday. It was a packed stadium. Many people were there. Erica Kirk spoke and Trump gave a phenomenal speech. We have a lot of coverage on it, you guys. Can't wait to let you see. And we got to keep on moving because what else do we have? We have shifty, low down, gritty, and grimy. One day I'ma rule the world. Y'all know who I'm talking about, right? No, not Onyx. I'm talking about Mr. Shifty, Adam Schiff, who's in tears as Congresswoman Paulina Luna and Hagerman openly expose him in Congress. Hey guys, I got to let you guys see this clip. They get a round of applause for the way that they laid it down. You ever hear when somebody said, hey, he read you. He really, or he or she read you? Yeah, they read him. And last but not least, what do we have going on here? We have Kash Patel, who tells Representative Raskin the reason he can't release the Epstein files. Ooh, why can't you release them all? Why do you have to? And you guys, I want you to do one thing. Pay attention to one specific word that's being said, because sometimes a sentence can sound good, but if there's always one word that sticks out and it defines what the sentence actually means. Let's get into it, you guys. Without any further ado, it's time. It's our bottom line. Happy Monday morning. It's time for me to get to work. I got 5 on it. I'm going to stack 5 videos at a time. You guys are going to stay on point as far as like letting, staying on topic with what the videos have to pertain to. Please do the same thing in the comments. Hey, Liberty. Hey, everybody with wrenches. Let's get them trolls out if they start acting crazy, but we're going to let them float a little bit because I've had a little slip of the finger yesterday and almost got rid of VIP Auction Group. We apologize. VIP Auction Group, please come back. Boom, because you're definitely somebody that I want to get wrenched up. Let's keep on going, you guys. Let's get into it this morning. It's Monday morning, y'all. It's Monday morning.
Look at what's happening. Look at what's happening. In the days since Charlie's death, we have seen how his legacy has touched so many millions around the world. In Calgary, Canada, thousands gathered at City Hall to sing the American national anthem and raise up posters with the name Charlie Kirk. In Seoul, South Korea, crowds gathered to wave American flags and shout, "We are for Charlie Kirk." His memory has been honored in the streets of Berlin, Warsaw, Vienna, Sydney, Madrid, London, Tel Aviv, and all over the world. So beautiful to watch.
Now, VIP straight, VIP good.
A man as far away as rural Australia texted a pastor, "I'm going to come to church tomorrow for the first time ever." The pastor is, why is that? The man replied, because of Charlie Kirk. Can you imagine? The lesson of Charlie's life is that you should never underestimate what one person can do with a good heart, a righteous cause, a cheerful spirit, and the will to fight, fight, fight. Have to fight. We're saving our country. And Charlie's a big factor, such a big factor. Charlie Kirk started with only an idea to change minds on college campuses, and instead he ended up with a far greater achievement, changing history. He changed history. Today, Charlie Kirk rests in glory in heaven for all eternity. He has gone from speaking on campuses in Wisconsin to kneeling at the throne of God, where he is right now. We grieve for the friend and leader that we have lost, but we go forward strengthened by his faith and bolstered by his courage and inspired by his example to defend the country he lived for the freedoms he died for, and the values in which he so deeply believed. He believed in values that we should all believe in. Charlie created something very special. It's called Turning Point USA. And under the leadership and love of Erica, it will become bigger and better and stronger than ever before. So, Charlie, we all want to thank you. We want to say a very loud God bless you, Charlie. God bless you for what you've done is incredible. And God bless Erica and the children. God bless the United States of America. And could I ask Erica, please come out. Erica, please come out. Thank you.
All right, y'all, let's keep it moving this morning. I'm so sorry to open it up like that, but you know how we got to do. We had to do it. We have no choice. And yes, rest in peace to Charlie Kirk, the memory of, and as well to his family, Erica Kirk, his children. May God give them strength to keep on moving forward throughout this life and throughout our journey that we call life. Amen, everybody. We're going to keep on moving forward because now we have to flip the script right to Washington because, yes, we had Trump that was asked questions about free speech. He was asked, does it include anyone, or what about whoever's talking harshly about you? You know what I'm saying? So basically this reporter was pointing the finger and asking, you know, is free speech for everyone, or is free speech a little different when it comes down to you? Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's go. Oh, wait a minute. No, sorry. I got some breaking information that we had to bring in, and I just got it early, so I'm so sorry about this. And it's not even on the board, so that's why I didn't know it. We got the pow pow information about the pow pow that was allegedly used in the incident. It could be untraceable. We got to get this information out because it's in the header. Let's go.
Meanwhile, we're getting new details about the rifle allegedly used in Charlie Kirk's assassination coming to light now and could hinder the investigation.
Alexis McAdams is live in Utah with those details. Good morning, Alexis. Good morning, Rachel. And so we were trying to get the latest details about that weapon, but investigators had already told us one thing that we knew a few days ago, was that they found the rifle out wrapped in a towel right near the shooting scene. So they had it, but what we didn't know was exactly how old it was. And it's important to point that out because police say the suspect might have chosen that gun because it was pretty much untraceable. I want to show it to you on your screen for people watching at home. This is what that weapon looked like according to authorities. It's a Mauser model vintage rifle that investigators say is so old they didn't even have a serial number on it, so they wouldn't have been able to track it down.
So guys, I really need to know, can you guys see this now? Because a friend of mine that told me all you got to do is press the mirror button and it'll fix everything. So can you guys actually read this now? Because I'm gonna tell you the truth, that's almost bringing tears to my eyes. I'm happy about that. The fact that I was able to fix that after 350 episodes. Yes, it's a terrible thing that we're reporting on, but it's also more important to me that you guys can actually read what I'm showing you. So let me ask you, Fox News, I don't care about that. I don't care about none of that. No, it's backwards. No, Sarah said yes. Okay, Epstein, y'all playing around right now. Okay, my gloves. Anybody else? I ain't even worried about them. Gloves, let me know. Can you guys read this? Gloves, let me know.
This is the weapon that police say Tyler Robinson used to assassinate Charlie Kirk that day.
Backwards.
It dated back several decades. The gunman calling it Grandpa's rifle, texting rather his transgender partner after the killing saying this. I want to pull up these text messages because this whole thing had come to light too the other day. I'm worried what my old man would do if I don't bring back Grandpa's rifle. I don't know if it has a serial number on it, but it wouldn't trace to me. I'm worried about handprints. I had to leave it in a bush though, where I changed outfits. I didn't have the ability or time to take it with. And then he actually kind of stayed around the area, we're told, to see if he had the time to get it and take it to his car. Court documents say the Utah State Bureau of Investigations, who's working this case, found DNA from the murder weapon that they believe is consistent with Tyler Robinson. Police say Robinson also admitted in a text message that he shot and killed Kirk, texting back and forth to his partner, kind of giving a lot of information. Back out here live, while Robinson sits in that county jail behind me in Utah, his partner is cooperating with authorities, I'm told. So they're trying to get as much information as they can from that partner. At one point, though, Robinson texted, "I am sorry, I've just had enough of his hatred about Charlie Kirk. Some hate just cannot be negotiated out." And you just think about, you know, Kirk's family hearing about these horrible details as they prepare for this huge memorial. So many people are going to focus on the good things that Charlie left behind as we try to figure out more about the gunman. Back to you.
Yeah, I wanted to get you guys that information. At least you guys know what's going on with that. And I think that's bad. What do you mean untraceable? I don't even think it matters as far as like with all the other information that we have. I don't think that that matters. As far as the mirroring, I think I got to do it on my iPhone. I'm coming for you, mirroring. We're going to get you right. We're going to get this right. Hope you guys are having a fantastic morning. Y'all see, I always think about trying to improve how we can improve things. Why? Because problems present opportunities, and I'm aiming for that problem. I know what the problem is, and I'm getting at it. So let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's go, because we got to ask that question now in Washington to Donald Trump. Does free speech apply to everyone besides you? Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. You know, we're talking about like slippery slopes as far as the Jimmy Kimmel incident and...
Who else? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to settle this free speech question because you've said that you restored free speech in America.
Yeah.
Is that free speech including for people who are harshly critical of you, for your political opponents, for people who say things you don't like?
I've become immune to it.
Unfairly?
I've become immune to it. There's never been a person that's had more unfair publicity than me, and that's why your network paid me $15 million or $16 million, I believe, to be exact, George Slopadopoulos. And that's why CBS paid me a lot of money too. And that's why I sued the New York Times 2 days ago for a lot of money. Because I'm winning. I mean, I'm winning the cases. And the reason I'm winning is because you're guilty, John. You're guilty. ABC is a terrible network, a very unfair network, and you should be ashamed of yourself. Jeez. NBC is equally bad. I don't know who's worse. I think they're equally bad. And, you know, for you to stand there and act so innocent and ask me a question like that. But look, you paid a big price because you were dishonest, John. The reason I won that lawsuit was because you were dishonest. You were proven to be dishonest. Wow. And so you can't sit back and just say, oh, well, what do you think? You know, like you're some wonderful person. You're not a wonderful person. Frankly, you're a terrible reporter. You know it, and so do I. Okay.
Mr. President, it's not about just because Charlie Kirk died.
Here's what.
He's definitely from New York. I'm talking about the name calling, changing people's names. He'll change your name in a minute. George Schlopodopoulos. Oh, come on now. What other president do stuff like that? I know y'all gonna be at me in these comments. So let me just keep on moving forward because I owe you 2 more. Chaos erupts on the House floor after Donna confronts the squad member who attacked. That was kind of crazy right there. Let's keep on moving forward. I can't even talk right now. I want to laugh so hard. That was stupid.
The Trump administration's sweeping crime crackdown is hitting Memphis next. President Trump ordering the National Guard to the major city this week. It's a move that's getting praised by the Tennessee governor, but some Democrats feel differently.
I think it's really important. We need to stand up against this fascist takeover. That's not a bad word. It's a fact.
Chairman, I think it's insane that the young lady doesn't have an argument, but she's going to refer to me and some of my colleagues. We were from the Third Reich. This is insane. It's insane. It's insane. It's insane. Do I look like a member of the Third Reich to you, Ms. Tlaib? Is that what I look like to you?
You're the one taking your voting card.
Is that what you think? Is that what you think? Is that what you think?
No. That's unethical.
I think it's radical and I think it's insane. And I'll respect everything that you say. But to say something like that to myself and all of my colleagues is way out of line.
Fascist takeover. Well, joining me now is Brevard County, Florida Sheriff Wayne Ivey.
We're starting to get some heat in Capitol Hill back nowadays, ain't we? They're not sitting there talking about, well, I think that we should. They're going back and forth. They're really getting it in nowadays, boy. Let's go.
Sheriff Ivey, I was very excited to have you. I'm a Florida girl, and we got crime under control in the great state of Florida. Memphis, Democratic mayor there. Number 1 for violent crime per capita. What's the difference between what Memphis is doing and what you're doing?
You're right, Liberty.
Well, first of all, thank you for having me on. And what's different is in Florida, we have zero tolerance for crime. I tell everybody, crime will rise to the level a community will tolerate. And we don't tolerate it in Florida. We are a law and order state. And what you're seeing happening in Memphis is they have turned a blind eye to certain levels of crime. And now it's blown up on them and they can't get it back under control.
Yeah, and as I understand it, since you've taken over in Brevard County 12 years, a 52% dip in the crime rate there?
That's correct. Right at 52% reduction in crime. Fewer victims of crime last year than any time in the last 45 years. And our population's gone up, but our crime rate's gone down.
Yeah, in Florida, lowest violent crime rate, I believe I heard you say, in 46 years. So big deal there in the state of Florida.
Yeah, but I ain't going front now. Y'all know we get a lot of strange cases out of Florida. Y'all crime rate might be going down, but it be going down also in Florida. Everybody do your boy a favor and give some love to Dot Focus for the $9.99 super chat. Because guess what? Ain't have to give me a jack. Appreciate that, Dot Focus. I'm going to put that on my Starbucks this morning. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because we got to get on over to Washington where Mike Johnson spoke. And he's basically said, we're not paying for health care for illegals. If Chuck Schumer wants the nation to shut down, it will be at his own, it will be at his own expense. So basically, again, and liberty and justice, that's why I love the fact that you're here. Because the fact that sometimes I always get fired up and I always fall into a video, but you're always there to level things off. Liberty and justice said both sides need to get their act together. That's like my mommy step in like, all right now, both of y'all need to get y'all stuff together. Go ahead, Liberty and Justice. Everybody go ahead and give Liberty and Justice a round of applause for that, for always staying on point. Thank you so much, Liberty. Let's go.
Done so.
I'm always open to meeting with anybody to get our work done here, but there wasn't really much to discuss with Chuck Schumer because he decided and announced a while back that he was not going to go along for a clean short-term CR. Now, remember, he's always voted on these in the past. He's never had a problem with it ever before, but now suddenly he does, and there's no rational reason for him to do so. So wasn't much for us to discuss. Now, I do talk with Hakeem Jeffries, the Democrat leader here, routinely, regularly. And he and I have had a lot of discussions about this, and I encouraged him to tell his folks that they should do the right thing so that we can continue in a bipartisan fashion to get the government funded. And they've chosen a different route, and I hope in the Senate they make a better decision. Yes.
In the event of a shutdown, are you open to negotiating with Schumer and Jeffries, or are you just going to wait out to see if they pass?
I mean, if Chuck Schumer's negotiation is that he wants to add $1.4 trillion in new spending, the answer is Heck no, we're not doing that. And we're not going to pay for health care for illegal aliens. That's against the law. We're not doing that. They're not being reasonable at all. A short-term CR is not a partisan exercise. We could have loaded this up with partisan provisions, but we're not doing that because we're governing in a responsible manner. I hope Chuck Schumer and the Democrats in the Senate will do the same. So we'll see.
We always try to let everybody get their point across. I had to do a little bit of digging, yeah, but you know, Chuck has something to say. I think he does it. Chuck, have any responses on this topic here? No. But Adam Schiff makes another threat. Reacts live to Trump's threats against him. We're gonna keep on moving. We got Schiff that reacts to live of Trump threatened against him.
Well, joining me right now is Senator Adam Schiff, member of the Judiciary Committee. He previously led the first House impeachment of Donald Trump and has been a rhetorical target, certainly, of the president ever since. Senator, welcome, my friend. So, first off, the president pressuring his attorney general to go after you, saying, quote, "We have to act now." How do you interpret that?
Well, as a threat, he made it very clear that he was firing the U.S. Attorney in Virginia for not bringing a meritless mortgage fraud case against Letitia James. And he's basically out in the opening, pressuring his attorney general, sending a message to other U.S. attorneys out there that if they don't do his will, they don't do his bidding and bring meritless cases against his enemies, they could be fired. And this is unlike anything we've ever seen. Nixon had his enemies list, but it wasn't so exhaustive and blatant as this, where he was ordering in front of the whole country the Justice Department to go after his enemies. In my case, for impeaching him, leading his first impeachment, for serving on the January 6th committee. And what he wants to try to do is not just go after me and Letitia James or Lisa Cook, but rather send a message that anyone who stands up to him on anything, anyone who has the audacity to call out his corruption will be a target and they will go after you. It's an effort to try to silence and intimidate people.
I just got to say, I think he is in the right state as far as Hollywood is concerned, because personally, I think he's a liar. I'm just going to call it out as I see it. I think this man is a bald-faced liar, and I think some other people think the same thing about him too. Let me let you see these two people right here who, when I say read somebody, they read him literally read him. Same person. We're going to keep on moving because Adam Schiff, all those things about I brought an impeachment against him and I did all of this stuff and da-da-da-da-da. Well, some people say that you brought the wrong type of information and you lied. Let's go down to this over here real quick, y'all.
Of myself such time as I may consume. Americans do not trust Congress. From the highest levels of office, an elected member of this body
He starts crying.
The fraudulent spending of $32 million out of the pockets of our American people and threw it down the drain to knowingly chase ghosts, all for political gain. This man occupied a position of the highest trust and authority. As chair of the House Intelligence Committee, Adam Schiff launched an all-out political campaign built on baseless distortions against a sitting U.S. president at the expense of every single citizen in this country and the honor of the House of Representatives.
So you get a face that starts here. If you guys know this body sense, come on now, we got to pay attention up here. We got a face that's starting here that's just like, this bitch, I'm going to just sit here until she finishes all this nonsense. And then she starts saying more, it's like this. The whole face, the demeanor, everything, you guys. And once the second one starts getting up, he might as well go lay down under the pillow and start sucking his thumb.
With access to sensitive information unavailable to most members of Congress and certainly not accessible to the American people, Schiff abused his privileges claiming to know the truth, while leaving Americans in the dark about this web of lies. Lies so severe that they altered the course of the country forever. The lie that President Donald Trump colluded with Russia to steal the 2016 presidential election, revealed to be completely false by numerous investigations, including the Durham report. The lie that the Steele dossier, a folder of falsified and since completely debunked collusions, accusations funded by the Democrat Party, had any shred of credibility. Yet Schiff read it into congressional record as fact. Lies concocted and compiled in a false memo that was used to lie to the FISA court to precipitate domestic spying on U.S. citizen Carter Page, violating American civil liberties.
That's how this bitch know all this stuff. How this bitch know? That's the harder book.
Not only was this egregious abuse of Schiff's privileged access to classified information, but this memo was littered with 17 major mistakes and omissions.
Americans do not trust Congress, and this hearing shows exactly why.
Mouth came straight open
Schiff,
after that.
Once entrusted with authority, was confronted in a fiery showdown by Representatives Paulina Luna and Harriet Hagman. They exposed his repeated lies, his abuse of power, and the $32 million of taxpayer money wasted chasing a false narrative. This was not just debate, it was a political reckoning. Before diving in, make sure to click the subscribe button so you never miss the truth from Congress.
I'm giving them their props.
Mr. Schiff exploited his position as chair of Intel Committee and every opportunity possible, threatening national security, undermining our duly elected president, and bringing dishonor upon the institution.
Now, I got to give you guys some more on the same topic, but this one here, this is like the principal coming straight at you with all the information that she got for you. And believe me, I've been in the principal's office a lot of times. When she put them glasses down and she be like this with a whole list of stuff, and you be like, oh man, your mother be there, you be like, oh, I know I'm getting my ass whipped later. Watch this, check this out. Keep on moving now, watch this.
Wyoming Representative Hagman.
Representative Hagman.
I take my duties as Wyoming's lone congressional representative very seriously.
She's not playing.
And my obligation to be honest and trustworthy is the foundation of my ability to carry them out.
Notice the face.
This privileged resolution isn't about politics. It is about the seriousness of being honest and forthright as a member of Congress and upholding the oath of office that we all take upon being sworn in. It is true that the gentleman from California wouldn't be the first member of Congress to exaggerate or stretch the truth, but willfully lying about serious issues our country has faced is something entirely different. And claiming that a sitting president has committed what amounts to treason is beyond simple hyperbole. Lies led to the wasting of millions of taxpayer dollars for unnecessary investigations and the deflection of our attention from the most pressing issues at hand.
I just had to do that. Normally, we never go that long, especially about one person. But when that one person has that much power of influence, I need you guys to see both sides of who the hell he is. We're going to keep on moving forward because we're not going to tolerate it. Marjorie Taylor Greene basically exploded again in Congress against on this Charlie Kirk situation when one said that the Charlie Kirk power was MAGA, and she did not take that. She did not take that lying down. But first, let's break up the craziness right now. Let's really get into something that just woosah, but don't be so calm, you guys, because we're gonna get into Chippendales, Rescue Rangers, What the hell is Bugatti talking about? We're talking about a flying squirrel. I'm not playing. Out of nowhere, what is Bugatti talking about? A flying squirrel that you guys better be careful. If y'all go in this neighborhood and y'all see these signs, you better pay attention, because this squirrel right here is not a joke.
Okay,
He used to let the mic smoke.
We go to the North Bay now, where some neighbors are on alert after a series of attacks on people perpetrated by a vicious squirrel.
Yeah, ABC 7 News reporter Cornell Bernard spoke with some of the victims today in San Rafael.
Just clomped onto my leg and was just hanging on. His tail was flying up here, you know, and I was like, get off me, and I kind of didn't want to touch it. But
it's the last thing Joan Hebleck expected on her morning walk through Lucas Valley in San Rafael. Came out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere. I didn't see him running up to me at all.
Joan suddenly attacked by a squirrel, which clawed and bit her legs. The wounds bad enough, she had to go to the ER. Scary.
Oh, yeah, very scary. And how do you get the squirrel attached to your leg off?
This is beautiful. Now it's following us until she almost killed me.
Isabel Campoy and her niece Carmen were also attacked while walking in the same area off Mount Lassen Drive.
The squirrel went to the floor and from the floor tried to jump to my face, which I tried to protect my face from, and then my arm was completely overcome by the squirrel. Finally, it jumped off, and by then I was full of blood.
Damn.
And I ran to the emergency room.
When I saw her with all the blood in her arm, I was like, oh my God.
These flyers are now posted alerting residents about the incidents. Neighbors say 5 people have been attacked, possibly by the same squirrel with a golden color. It's also been the talk of next door.
Unfortunately, it's not unheard of.
Vanessa Potter from Wild Care in San Rafael says squirrels are not vectors for rabies. The aggressive behavior likely due to the animal being fed and cared for by humans when it was small.
Well, if they associate people with food, then they're not afraid of them. They come up, they look for food, they don't get it. There could be frustrations. They can be territorial of their space.
Bitch better have my money. Bitch better have my nuts. And when he run up on you, you better have some nuts. Throw some nuts down. That's what they need to do. Stop running from the squirrel. And you better be like, oh my God, the squirrel. Walnuts. Start throwing some walnuts behind your back like this or something. You better do something.
WildCare urging the public not to feed wild animals.
Hell with that. I'm going to have me some peanuts or something in my pocket if this damn squirrel get behind me.
Meantime, neighbors are enjoying the outdoors, but watching their backs. Isabel is trying to heal and move forward.
It hurts to touch the skin. I am putting my best power, mind, positive, in order to say I will survive this.
I will survive. Oh, as long as I got peanuts, I know I stay alive. I got all these nuts to give, and I'm not playing. I'm not playing at all. I will have peanuts in my pocket. How many people are going to be walking around with peanuts in the comments? Do me a favor, y'all. If y'all believe what I'm saying, why not? She's about to run up on you. You have no other recourse. Ain't nobody going to stop no squirrel from helping you. You better have some nuts in your pocket, because guess what she's saying? What y'all got on my, that's Debo with the hood right there. They got a poster up about a squirrel. Squirrel is like, yo, what y'all got up on my, yo, Craig, what you got up on my nuts, Craig? I know y'all got something. That's my grandmama gave me that chain, Debo. But in this case, it's a little squirrel bow. We got Squirrel Bow that's running the neighborhood right now, y'all. Hold on a minute. Do me a favor, CEB Apple Jar. That's right, $5. I appreciate you. The problem with this is it's fake terms, hate speech. What is fake speech? Defending the right people to say things that you don't like. I get what you're saying, but I got to keep on moving. Y'all do your boy a favor. Double tap that screen if y'all appreciate the content that you're getting. Also, let's get to that 50,000 members. We're right there. I would love to see it say, you've made it to 50,000 members. I do this every damn morning. I think I deserve it. We actually deserve 100,000, but I'll stop at 50. No, I'm not, because when I get to 50, I'm gonna say, come on, y'all. Y'all know we can get to 75. Let me keep on going and getting you guys some more information on Marjorie Taylor Greene as she went off when the Power was said to be a MAGA.
Charlie Kirk suspect's grandma says family is all MAGA. Can assure you that the man, the 22-year-old man, Tyler Robinson, that murdered Charlie Kirk is not MAGA.
Trump called for a crackdown on the radical left, but right-wing extremists are responsible for more political violence.
All of the evidence that is being presented proves that he is a far leftist.
He creates a fictional problem while downplaying the real history of far-right violence against the American public, from the Oklahoma City bombing to January 6th.
I just want to give a warning there. We're not going to tolerate that anymore.
Ooh. We're not gonna take it. Yeah, y'all. It got kind of lit up in there. You see what's going on? The arguments are appreciated. That's one part that's appreciated. But if we're not getting anywhere, then we're not getting anywhere. Let's keep on moving forward because we got some new details regarding Charlie Kirk's Power, Tyler Robinson, emails, posts, Discord, online chat, and where he looked responsible for the entire incident. There was too much that corroborates this story right here. I don't see how this guy, Tyler Robinson, is going to be able to dodge these charges. They got too much on him.
New details about the man accused of killing conservative activist Charlie Kirk.
The suspect expected to make his first court appearance tomorrow. KTLA's Jillian Smucker.
And yes, I do know that he already made his court appearance. I like the extra information that's coming.
Live with the latest on the investigation, Jillian.
Micah and shared Tyler Robinson reportedly confessed to killing the right-wing activist in a small group chat online. And today, we're getting our first look at some of the messages he allegedly sent before and after the assassination. Tyler Robinson reportedly confessed to friends in an online chat shortly before turning himself into police. The Washington Post reports that Robinson wrote on the instant messaging platform Discord, quote, "Hey guys, I have bad news for you all. It was me at UVU yesterday. I'm sorry for all of this." The message was reportedly sent Thursday night, about 2 hours before officials say Robinson was taken into custody. The message was allegedly sent from Robinson's account to a small private group of online friends made up of about 30 people. A former FBI special agent says messages online will play a major role in this investigation.
To be completely honest, in terms of motive, I'm actually not that concerned that he's not cooperating, just because, in my opinion, there is a lot of evidence right now.
Exactly.
And I do think we are going to get the why through social media.
Robinson was arrested last week after he allegedly shot and killed Charlie Kirk at a Utah Valley University event. The conversation on Discord shows members of the group chat reacting to the assassination before they knew Robinson was allegedly involved. The only response from Robinson's account came the day after the shooting, just before 8 o'clock. He reportedly wrote on Discord, "I'm surrendering through a share a friend in a few moments. Thanks for all the good times and laughs. You've been so amazing. Thank you all for everything." FBI Director Kash Patel also released new details from the investigation, claiming Robinson's DNA was found on items near the murder scene. Patel also claims that text messages reveal Robinson's alleged plan to assassinate the conservative activist in a hatred for his beliefs.
His family has collectively told investigators that he subscribed to left-wing ideology. He claimed that he had an opportunity to take out Charlie Kirk and he was going to do it.
That's why I think it's enough stuff against this guy. All that stuff about tracing the H+our and all of that, that's one thing. So what are they trying to say? Just because they can't trace the power that they can't do anything? I don't understand. We're going to keep on moving forward. And I'm going to keep on following this story. Law enforcement was boosted security for the UN General Assembly as well as the Charlie Kirk Memorial. Because you guys know, General Assembly, New York City, everybody's coming. What do you guys think about that? That's when the traffic get all crazy and it don't even pay to drive in New York when that happens.
We all know it has been a turbulent time for political violence in this country.
Yes, it has. Law enforcement around the nation now preparing to keep up a number of upcoming events safe and secure. ABC's Olivia Rubin has more details.
In just a few days, more than 150 political leaders from around the world, including President Trump, will arrive in New York City for the United Nations General Assembly. And at the top of mind, security.
We'll probably be using more drones than we ever have just to get that overview perch of everything that's around us.
ABC's Aaron Katursky viewing the preparations, from drones to boats to armored subs, all ready, though officials say they aren't tracking any specific threats.
The threat landscape, what's going on domestically, what's going on internationally, is something that we're closely monitoring. And we have some of the best security folks in the world working on this event, and they've been working on it really the whole year.
Also drawing heightened security preparations, the memorial service this weekend for Charlie Kirk, the conservative activist who was killed while speaking in Utah last week.
And you guys saw the bulletproof coverage that they had for all of the speakers at the event, right? You guys saw that. Even though Trump and Erica Kirk stepped to the side of it, many people that actually went up, they stood behind that podium that had coverage. You guys, let's keep on moving forward because we got a little bit of information from Rand Paul, who says the FCC was wrong to weigh in on Jimmy Kimmel's suspension. Let's go, y'all. Let's go.
I do want to talk about ABC's decision this week to suspend Jimmy Kimmel's late night show after, of course, he was criticized for comments he made in the wake of Charlie Kirk's assassination, and hours after the FCC chairman, Brendan Carr, said this. Take a look.
I mean, look, we can do this the easy way or the hard way.
Uh-oh.
These companies can find ways to change conduct, to take action, frankly, on Kimmel, or, there's going to be additional work for the FCC ahead.
Senator, do you believe that Brendan Carr's comments were appropriate?
Absolutely inappropriate. Brendan Carr's got no business weighing in on this. But people have to also realize that despicable comments, you have the right to say them, but you don't have the right to employment. Virtually everybody employed, probably including yourself, has a code of conduct in your contract that you have to adhere to. NFL players have it. Major League Baseball players have it.
True.
And if you don't adhere to that conduct, if you say things that are reprehensible or that glorify someone's death or make fun of it in some way, yeah, you can be fired. So the FCC should have nothing to do with it. But I do think that, a couple of the networks pulled out. Sinclair pulled out. They were disgusted by the comments. That's their right. you can be fired for not being popular also. I mean, this is television, for goodness sakes. You have to sell sponsorships. You have to sell commercials. And if you're losing money, you can be fired. But the government's got no business in it. And the FCC was wrong to weigh in. And I'll fight any attempt by the government to get involved with speech. I will fight.
Well, you take me to my next question, Senator, because I do want to ask you, broadly speaking, about free speech. I want to play something that President Trump promised during his inaugural address, followed by comments that he made just this week. Take a look.
I will also sign an executive order to immediately stop all government censorship and bring back free speech to America.
When somebody is given 97% of the stories are bad about a person, that's no longer free speech. That's just cheating.
Senator, do you believe that President Trump is sending the message that he only supports free speech when it's speech that he agrees with?
Well, this is why it's kind of rich for Governor Shapiro also to come on and be outraged by censorship.
As prospectors, we...
Okay, I guess you knew what I was about to do anyway. Thank you, because that opinion don't really matter too much. But you know what would matter is if you guys can hit that like button so more people could come up in here and get some more fat on their brain. I got that from the rapper Pimp C. Put some fat on your brain, boy. Do me a favor, because you already know I understand that it's hard out here for a pimp. So I ain't trying to get in your pockets. I understand. But what I would appreciate is y'all can get those likes up. Again, lets more people know what we got going on over here. Hopefully we can get those memberships up, and go ahead and hit that bell right there so that you can know whenever we're on. We're going to keep on moving forward to Jasmine Crockett. Not again. Oh boy. So she's talking about Alex Acosta, and she's saying what he was doing through closed door testimony. On some accords, she kind of pees me off, but on some things, when it comes down to Epstein, I wouldn't let somebody like this go on somebody, because we would hopefully benefit from any information that they would be able to ascertain. So yeah, when it comes down to that, get those files and get it out.
Were you able to press Acosta on why he gave Epstein what a lot of people think was a sweetheart deal?
Yeah, so I was trying, but obviously there were a lot of members in the room, as well as a number of attorneys for both sides. And so I probably could have sat with him alone myself and dug for days. But I specifically was also listening to him. So at one point in time, he was talking about they were basically gauging the strength of their case, which is not abnormal. That is what prosecutors are always going to do. And basically he said, as a team, they came to the conclusion that the case was just too weak, and it would be better if they had a guarantee of getting him into prison, as well as being able to make sure that he was going to be a registered sex offender. They did say they did not know about the work release, or he said he didn't know about the work release, and that wasn't part of the agreement. He says that, he also, well, let me back up. I basically wanted to know, why is it that the case was weak in your opinion? He said that he felt like there were going to be impeachment issues with the witnesses.
That the witnesses weren't credible.
And so then I was saying, tell me what the impeachment issues were going to be. Because it's one thing to throw it out there. It's another thing when I'm breaking it down to you, because I understand what is impeachable and what's not. And so he's like, well, some of them didn't want to testify. I said, well, that's not impeachment evidence at all. And has there ever been a situation where you've brought a witness forward who did not want to testify? What other evidence was there? And if you felt like the case was weak, and most of us have rules where if you've got a statement from a witness and because of fear, maybe because of threats, because he said some of them were fearful, some of them allegedly had been threatened, all kinds of different reasons, man, there's ways to work around this. I say, let me tell you something. I have tried these cases on the other side, and I can tell you that we have had people come forward with hardly any evidence, because we have what we call a one witness rule in this country, which says that if you believe this one witness beyond a reasonable doubt, then that is enough.
Right.
You got to keep moving forward. Now, that's why I always say, even if you don't like somebody, because I know a lot of people don't like her, but you know what? Let's say you got this gremlin in a box, right? And you got this mice that keep on messing around in your house. Let the gremlin out, get the mouse, put the gremlin back in the box. Sometimes the gremlins are good for stuff. I'm just going to put it like that. That's it. I'm just going to put it like that. Keep on moving forward, you guys. Cash Patel. Representative Raskin says, why can't you release the Epstein files? Why can't you? And again, you guys, I want you to pay attention to the words that are coming out of the mouths of these gentlemen.
Thank you kindly, Mr. Chairman. Director Patel, before you joined the FBI, you railed against it for covering up Jeffrey Epstein's human trafficking ring. Let me refresh your memory with this clip.
Has Epstein's list, they're sitting on it. That doesn't seem like something you should do. You're protecting the world's foremost predator. That seems like an evil thing to do, regardless of who may be embarrassed in the release of that list. Why is the FBI protecting the greatest pederast, the largest scale pederast in human history?
Simple, because of who's on that list.
So you finished that December 2023 interview with a challenge to the FBI and harsh words for Republicans in Congress for not getting the Epstein files out to the public. You can see this clip.
Boy pants, and let us know who the pedophiles are.
Put on your big boy pants and let us know who the pedophiles are, you said. You emphasized that the president and FBI director each had complete authority to release Epstein's client list. You said Epstein's black book is under the, quote, direct control of the director of the FBI. Look at this clip.
This is way off the topic, but who has Jeffrey Epstein's
black book?
Black book.
FBI.
But who? That is, I mean, there's...
Oh, that's under direct control of the director of the FBI.
All right, so you were sworn in as director more than 200 days ago. Now the black book is under your direct control. So why haven't you released the names of Epstein's co-conspirators in the rape and sex trafficking of young women and girls?
So basically, he stacked his deck and he's ready.
The Rolodex, which is what everybody colloquially refers to as the Black Book, has been released.
Oh, no, you're talking about what the journalist got 5 years ago? No, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about what you were talking about there,
That's
the Black
exactly
Book
what
under
I'm
the direct control of the FBI director.
We have released more material than anyone else before. The Biden administration, Obama administration had the exact opportunities to release this material, and they never did. And if you are selling the men and women of the FBI,
Why
we're
have
not
you
going after
changed your
child
position?
predators. Hang on, you said we're not going after child predators. 1,500 child predators arrested this year, 35% increase.
I'll reclaim my time.
4,700 child victims
Mr. Chairman, I'm going to
found.
reclaim my time if you could instruct the witness. Why have you changed your position? There you were saying it's under the direct control of the FBI director and all of it should be released. Why have you changed your
Everything
position?
that has been lawfully permitted to be released has been released. And
Now, if I was a lawyer, I would catch every word. Everything that is lawfully permitted to be released. Pay attention to the word, lawfully. If it's not lawfully able to be released, can't release it.
And as I told you, the investigation was limited. And let me make something crystal clear. I never said Jeffrey Epstein didn't traffic other people, other women, and they're not other victims. This is the investigation we were given from 2006, 7, and 8, and the search warrants from 2006, 7, and 8. That's what we're working with.
Wait, have you released all of the stuff that the FBI has seized from Epstein's house? The computers, the emails, the file cabinets, the documents? What about the...
I asked for a little bit more. I asked for those pictures. I asked for everything that's in the safe, every physical thing that's in there. Where's this jewelry at? All the little knickknacks and stuff, like everything that came. I know you guys that don't like me for what I'm saying. I'm just going to be honest about it because I think the same thing. I want everything out of there. But again, lawfully.
Financial records, have you released all of that?
Everything the court has allowed us to
Which
release.
court are you talking about?
3 separate federal courts have come in and said...
We're talking about the evidence you've got. It's got nothing to do with what those courts have.
Do you have any
We're talking
idea
about
how the
evidence-
law works? Do you want me to break the law in a federal judge's order?
No, I want you to
satisfy
follow your own
curiosity?
word, Director Patel. You said up there it was under the direct control of the FBI director. He had the black book.
Everything I have...
But Mr. Raskin, you also have to understand that that one word is very important and it's on both sides. And I want everybody in the comments to understand that as well. Because if the judges say they can't release it, they can't release it. No matter how angry we get and no matter what. We all want more information. I told you, I just admitted to you guys, I want those 12 pictures that he kept on going and talking about because we had a lot of we saw a lot of interview accounts where people said that Jeffrey Epstein would brag about the people that he knew. He would go inside of his safe and pull out like 12 pictures and he would lay them out. What's up with those pictures? Can we see those? That's what I'm saying. It's the little things. Blah, 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 blah. blum, 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 blum. I want it all. I want to see everything. And if you guys want to see it all, y'all know what I'm talking about, right? Give me a thumbs up. We're tired, everybody. I do this. I've done this almost 350 days, and everybody in the comments keeps on telling me, we want the files. We want the files. I could be talking about a puppy running on the beach. I look at the comments. Yeah, but we want them Epstein files, Bugatti. Do me a favor, you guys. Double tap that screen to get those likes up if y'all appreciate the content. And if you have not already subscribed, what are y'all waiting for? Why are you not a member already? Come on, y'all. Let's keep on moving forward because we got these teens that have been arrested for a rash of a string of local car break-ins. They've gotten away with weapons. They've stolen people's cars. And they finally got locked up. They're gonna let them out, but not until they get their proper day in court, as well as the justification that they're supposed to get. Let's keep on moving, you guys.
Tonight, the FBI is sending a message after the arrest of several teens. Police and the FBI say they're connected to hundreds of car break-ins ranging from Indy's east side to Fishers.
So if you in Indy and your car got broken into, 9 times out of 10, it was them.
Officials say the teens stole guns, valuables, even cars during that crime spree. Thanks for joining us. First at 4, I'm Aaliyah Blackburn.
And I'm Rafael Sanchez. Look behind us, and you can see the scope of some of the items recovered. There is a street where some of the things occurred. Police tell us that they're still investigating whether the break-ins are connected. Our Max Lewis has much more.
Pull your mic up, homie.
So many cars broken into and so much evidence detectives are still going through that they're still trying to determine how widespread this was. But the message today from both local and federal cops is criminals beware. Cameras captured these vandals busting out car windows on the east side of Indianapolis last month, stealing guns and whatever else they could get their hands on, hitting 2 cars that belonged to Tisha Belton.
You work hard to get the things that you have, so to have someone come and violate you just for their own bad intentions is not good.
Police believe those same teenagers hit at least 50 cars in Fishers this past weekend, and it may not stop there.
We have over 200 incidents of crime and disorder and fear put in community members, not just in Indianapolis, but in Hamilton County, potentially Johnson County, and other places we don't even know about yet.
So yeah, you know what? The best thing I can tell you is if you're gonna leave your car outside, of course, I mean, I'm a New Yorker. I know better already. We ain't leaving nothing in that car. Y'all gonna go in the glove compartment and be like, damn, peppermints? Go ahead and get them peppermints up out of there. And they've been up in there since we got the car. So I don't know if I trust them my damn self. Keep on moving forward, you guys, because we got some more information where cops found let's get this information out. We got these transcripts that we got to get into real quick because we've been stacking this deck on this information. And these are the areas that we're actually looking into to find more information from Todd Blank.
I mean, Blanche is asking Maxwell about a number of famous names, politicians, what she knows about President.
So these are the names and the areas and stuff where everybody's talking about protecting, because you already heard that people are scared of the powerful. They're scared of the rich. They don't want to be telling. You heard it yesterday. My mouth is sealed. I'm not telling. Because why? I don't want to wind up, out of here.
Trump, what she knows about President Bill Clinton. So as her lawyer said after that meeting, they did talk about, as he put it, something like 100 different people. So we're starting to get a sense of what Maxwell is saying. Now, on a quick scan of that and President Trump and President Bill Clinton, Maxwell does not say that they did anything wrong. She's just explaining how she knows them. So neither of them are being accused of any wrongdoing from Maxwell. And she is just kind of putting into context how she knows them. We are still going through that, but that would be consistent with what Maxwell has said. I mean, she was charged by the Justice Department with perjury because she had told someone in a civil deposition involving an accuser that she knew nothing about what Jeffrey Epstein was doing with underage girls, about any sexual assault. So that is what she was charged with perjury of. And then, of course, she was indicted and went to trial and was convicted.
Again, that's why I want to bring you guys back to the origination of why she's in jail. Perjury, conviction, tried to act like she wasn't a part of it. And what else?
of sex trafficking conspiracy, helping recruit, groom, and at times sexually abuse young girls with
Herself.
Jeffrey Epstein herself.
Yeah.
So these questions, though, that we're just starting to get a handle on here as we go through this transcript, you know, she is not saying that anyone else so far from our reading was complicit in any way.
But I don't believe anything that she's trying to say is what I'm trying to say. I don't believe Jack. She is lying. She might as well be smoking. Yeah, I don't believe nothing that she said. Already convicted of perjury, got arrested, and was participating in all of this stuff, and it's proven. And guess what? The victims say the same thing. And you got 20 years. Why are they going to talk to her? Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because the cops found a boom and D. Ruggs in the home of an alleged Indiana power. Let's go, y'all. We're going to get on. It's going down in Indiana, as you guys can see from that prior clip, but let's go.
Detectives with the Indiana State Police showed up at this Brown Ripple home last week and arrested Logan Quisenberry right here in his driveway. He was suspected of committing an interstate shooting on 465 last month, but the investigation took quite a turn once detectives made it inside. After entering the home, police found a huge stash of drugs, including marijuana and mushrooms. But the scarier find was this, a homemade bomb. Investigators say several others like it, along with the supplies to make them, were found scattered throughout the house.
It's pretty weird. It's a really quiet neighborhood.
Not no more.
I mean, I've never seen.
It's pretty quiet, all right, huh? Not until once he moved, then it got loud, because watch.
Anything like that before in this area.
Police came here looking for Quisenberry. In late August, police say he was riding his motorcycle on 465 when he pulled out a gun and shot at a car that had honked at him. Using license plate cameras and surveillance video, police were able to ID Quisenberry and eventually found his motorcycle sitting in the home's driveway. Police say it had been spray painted to change its color after investigators released an image of their suspected shooter to the public.
This evening, we come back and there's
A bunch of cops outside.
We
saw, a guy get taken away in handcuffs.
After his arrest and discovery of the explosives, the bomb squad had to be called in. Neighbors told us one of them had been set off the night before, causing a huge blast that brought the neighborhood into the streets.
Somebody came out and said
It
that
was
the
a firework. And so we all just went home. Didn't think anything of it.
Court records don't detail what Quisenberry was intending to use the bombs for. Neighbors are glad police moved in when they did.
It's kind of weird, you hear about stuff happening, but you don't think it's going to happen in a quiet neighborhood like it.
Yeah, it wasn't so quiet once Quisenberry moved in. Quisenberry was up to something, y'all. Yeah, see, I told you I go find all the stories. I try to find every little thing. What the hell was Quisenberry up to, y'all? Keep on moving forward, because now we got to go on over to this truck, the trucker that was arrested after 2 girls were found in the back of his freezer. Yeah. And he tried to say that they were his family members and he was taking them somewhere. I look at it like this. I'm gonna lay the foundation down for you. I think that these 2 girls were not his family members. I think that he may be kidnapping or taking them toward across state lines. The sad part about it was they're inside of a freezer in the back of this truck. This truck, the only reason that they pulled this truck over is because it got in the fender bender. Check this story out, you guys. This is a very serious story right here. Check this out. Let me know what you think about this one. Let's go.
Wednesday, Utah Highway Patrol was investigating an accident on the I-15 near Linden. Officials said the semi came up behind slowed traffic and wasn't able to stop before hitting a minivan. Because it was a commercial vehicle, they brought in a truck inspector who noticed something odd.
He took a photo of the rear of the truck, and there was a slight gap in the door, and he happened to see a set of eyes looking at him as he took that photo. And then he knew we had more problems than just the accident.
Lieutenant Clay Morgan says the driver, 28-year-old Jacob Ortel Scott, admitted to having his 2 younger half-sisters in the back. Officials said the 14 and 12-year-old girls were homeschooled but needed to come to Salt Lake to take a test and help a family member who's having twins.
Yeah, right.
The probable cause statement says the girls had been in the refrigerated trailer, which was cooled to 30 degrees since Huntington, Utah. That's about 2 hours from Linden. Officers said because of the way the door was latched, there was no way for the girls to get themselves out of the trailer. Police arrested Scott on suspicion of aggravated child abuse. They're still investigating the incident. In Salt Lake City, Avery Klanowski.
Child abuse, man. Listen, I would, man. I see more than that charge, you guys. How many more people see more than just one charge in what he did? What are you doing riding around with two girls in the back of a cooling truck like that? You got enough space in the front where they can sit with you if it's legitly what you're saying. Or we got to go help out our aunt that's having twins or whatever like that. What do they got to do with that? They can't even go inside the hospital. Man, listen, let's keep on moving forward. I don't know what they think. We was born yesterday. We was born at night, but it wasn't last night. Do me a favor, y'all. Double tap that screen to get these likes up. And I told myself I was not going to watch this video because I can't deal with certain stuff like this. And if you guys can't deal with graphic stuff, don't watch it either. But I'm going to play it. A metal rod blasts through a car and it pierced into a woman. I'm going to be a punk on this one, y'all. Y'all don't have to watch it either. But I know I got a lot of people out there that don't have no problem with watching stuff like this. Even the conversation is too much for me. You do not have to watch it, but don't leave. Just mute it or something. Come on.
Fox 11 was started as a routine morning drive, turned into a nightmare when a metal rod blasted through the floor of a car, striking the driver on her bottom. Incredibly, she survived. Fox 11's Gina Silva live in Downey with this one. Gina.
Christine, it's the kind of thing that could happen to any one of us. We've all seen debris on the road, and it often leads to crashes, people injured, even deaths. This is really just a freak accident.
I thought I got shot. I thought a car hit me. I felt a big impact.
Jessica Preciado knew something was terribly wrong when she heard a loud pop, followed by horrific pain as she drove along the 57 freeway in Brea early Tuesday morning.
I felt really weak. I felt just like my blood pressure went down. I started sweating profusely. I felt cold. I also felt so confused as to where was this injury coming from. I looked around. No one else seemed to know what was happening.
Take a good look at this. It's a metal rod that tore through the bottom of Jessica's car while she was driving. And this part went straight into her left buttock. Perhaps because she was in shock, Jessica didn't realize it. And when paramedics arrived, they also couldn't figure out the problem until Jessica said,
"Please look behind me. I think I'm stuck to the seat. I feel like I'm stuck to the seat." They did what I asked. They checked and they said, "Please stop moving. Nobody move. You have a foreign object stuck to your bottom."
As a nurse, Jessica knew the paramedics were right, but she did the opposite.
I know I shouldn't have done this, but I jumped out of my seat and I pulled myself out of the object. And I say that because you're not supposed to pull objects out. You don't know if you're in an area where you can start profusely bleeding. And I know that. But in the moment, it was just acting out of instinct.
God bless you, Jessica. We're going to pray for you to have a speedy recovery. I don't know about if we're going to follow up on this story. Y'all double tap that screen to get those likes up. And thank you so much for dealing with that story. Yeah, just hearing it was too much for me. Come on, y'all. Let's keep on moving forward. That was crazy right there. A metal rod? Don't be just riding over the top of stuff, y'all. Go around it. Let them call you a punk. Wait, see that debris on the road? Go around it. Do not drive through debris. From now on, we know why. His life was cut short by radical eyes and a radical crazy person. We got some more to get into, you guys. Let's keep on moving forward. Also, double tap that screen to get those likes up. I feel as if people that have something to say about their friends, I'm just like that. This person had something to say. I forgot what his name is. He had something to say about Charlie Kirk, and I'm going to let him say it.
From Arizona. Mr. Speaker, I rise in strong support of H.Res. 719, honoring the life and legacy of Charlie James Kirk. Charlie Kirk was a patriot, a Christian, a tireless activist who traveled America engaging young people in civil discourse. Charlie was doing what he loved, building a platform to share his faith in Jesus Christ and welcoming peaceful political dialogue
Amen.
and public debate before his life was cut short by a radicalized monster. Charlie considered Arizona his home, but he poured out his heart and soul into America, a country he so loved. He was a force of nature. He changed the course and direction of this country. Charlie was also my friend. Words cannot describe the loss I feel, that we feel. His voice, conviction, and friendship will be dearly missed. America will never be the same. We owe Charlie this honor. As he had asked that this resolution help to ensure, and this resolution helps to ensure, Charlie will be forever remembered by his courage and faith in Jesus Christ. Godspeed, my friend. I yield back.
Yeah, man. I definitely wanted to give you the floor, and that was one of the best speeches I ever heard in my life, especially with the emotion that was in there. That was a real friend right there, you guys. That was like a prayer to me. And I'm going to say after that, the way he said that, amen. For real, the way he said that right there, that was like a prayer to me. We're going to move on forward to New Hampshire because we got the police that arrested 23-year-old Hunter Nudo in connection with this Nassau, New Hampshire situation. It's a pow-powing, you guys. I can't say the words because they're going to mess with me, but they can say it. Let's keep on moving forward. Double tap that screen if y'all appreciate the content. Get those likes up.
This morning, one person is dead, 2 others hurt after a shooting at a country club in Nashua, New Hampshire.
A suspect is now under arrest after he allegedly fired several shots at the club where a wedding reception was being held at the time.
Crazy.
WBZ's Logan Hall is live in Nashua this morning. And Logan, you were there a short time after that shooting last night.
Too much of this is
Yeah, Anna and
on.
Tammy, that's right. Good morning. And we are continuing to learn more about this shooting. The New Hampshire Attorney General's office just told us that they've released the name of the man they believed is responsible for this shooting. That is 23-year-old Hunter Nadeau. This is the man that they believe stormed into the Sky Meadow Country Club here in Nashua, New Hampshire, opening fire on guests, killing one man, a 59-year-old, and injuring several others. The man who was shot and killed is 59-year-old Robert Stephen DeCesar. In a press conference late last night, the New Hampshire Attorney General's office told us that this investigation is still in its very early stages as they are working to piece together exactly what happened.
We're dealing with the facts and the information that we gather, and once we get that facts and information and have an actual motive that we can share, we'll certainly do that. But right now we get to deal with the facts and the information. For example, there was some information that there were 2 shooters. That turned out to be erroneous. We can definitively say that there is only 1 shooter.
So again, no motive has been released yet, but authorities do tell us that there is no connection between the shooter and any of those victims at this time. Now, I was here last night talking to people who escaped this shooting, and they tell me that it was absolute chaos when gunshots were heard. Several people sheltered in place here at the country club. Others ran for their lives. One guest tells us that it was actually a guest from that wedding who hit the shooter over the head with a chair, subduing him. And we'll continue to keep you posted on the very latest information as it continues to come out.
Yeah, cracked him in the dome with a chair. Good. Yes, and we're definitely going to pray for that situation. But we might as well do 2 at a time because I got another one that I got to show you guys. And this is a tragic event right here. But I'm going to just tell you guys, yes, we're going to pray for the prior one, but after this one. But I'm going to tell you guys that I recommend that everyone have what is that? Not a flamethrower. What's the thing that puts out fires in the kitchen? Puts out the fire? Shh. Puts out the fire in the kitchen? What is it? How do I not know what I'm looking for? You guys help me out here. Fire extinguisher. Nobody said it, but I caught it first. Fire extinguisher. Everybody, I'm recommending, even myself, I am going to go out and buy a fire extinguisher because this story right here is very tragic. I'm going to get into what we know about Representative Tony Gonzalez's aide in Stafford. She lost her life after catching fire in her own home. And this is a story that it could have happened to anybody, they're saying, because it wasn't intentional. It just happened to happen. Let's get into it, you guys.
Tonight, we're learning that it could take weeks, to figure out how a former staffer for Congressman Tony Gonzalez died in Uvalde. This is 35-year-old Regino Santos Aviles.
Now, she passed away over the weekend, and a family member says that that was after she caught on fire.
KSAT investigates Daniela Ibarra first broke this story. She's been spending the day in Uvalde today trying to learn more about Regina Santos Aviles and what happened to her.
Neighbors say this entire street was filled with police and EMS on Saturday night. Through speaking with family members, we've learned that Regina Santos Aviles was on fire outside of her home here in Uvalde. They say she was actually in front of the porch, and her last words were, "I don't want to die." Uvalde police say they responded to the home around 9:30 on Saturday night, along with firefighters and paramedics. Family members I spoke with are adamant that they believe this was an accident. One of the family members even mentioned that there was a water hose outside. According to her LinkedIn page, Santos Aviles was the regional director for U.S. Congressman Tony Gonzalez's office in Uvalde since November of 2021. Neighbors we spoke with say she was well known here in Uvalde. And many people we spoke with also described her as a nice person who loved her job. In a statement, Congressman Tony Gonzalez says he is heart-stricken, noting that Regina was passionate about making Uvalde a better place. Uvalde police say they're investigating this incident along with the Texas Rangers. We asked Uvalde police for an interview, but they declined. We've also reached out to the Texas Rangers to find out why they're involved in this investigation, and we'll continue to update with what we find out.
Yes, 4 days ago, you guys. But again, I didn't even know about it. I didn't find out till yesterday. I guess with all the, Charlie Kirk information and everything else, stories like this didn't really make the headlines. But now that we got it, we want to make sure that we bring it out so everybody can actually see what's going on here. Pray for the families as well as the tragic events of everyone who lost their lives in both of these events. Bring them strength and patience, as well as more calmness and understanding to the entire world, Lord. I ask that today in Jesus' name. Amen. Amen. We're going to keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's keep on moving forward. FBI Operation No Escape. That's the name of the operation. It's called Operation No Escape. Get over here. Doom, 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 doom. Told you guys. Let's keep on moving forward because FBI Operation No Escape, nearly 200 people have been arrested in this situation right here. Why do we pray before we go to the next clip? Because you never know if it's something that we're going to make fun about. And we want to make sure that we show respect to the prior clip.
Tonight, nearly 200 people are behind bars in Georgia following an FBI sting. Federal, state, and local officials were part of Operation No Escape. 11 Alive's Joe Ripley reports on how the 6-week operation is part of a larger crackdown on crime.
FBI Atlanta Special Agent in Charge Paul Brown calls them the state's most dangerous criminals.
This effort was part of the FBI's surge to crush violent crime and was part of the FBI's larger operation called Operation Summer Heat.
During the 6-week-long Operation No Escape, federal, state, and local law enforcement combined to arrest 177 fugitives. The cases range from murders to illegal drugs and weapons and human trafficking. The FBI, with help from Atlanta police, tracked down Rico Arnold as part of the sting. He's suspected of a summer shooting on Edgewood Avenue that killed 1 man and injured 10 others.
Some dangerous actors were taken off of the street.
Good.
And who have made huge negative impacts on the community.
Thomas Brown with the U.S. Marshal Service says several arrests came as a result of criminals converting handguns and rifles into high-powered weapons.
There's certainly going to be ripple effects that stopping that chain of violence, stopping those chain of crimes throughout the cities all across the state of Georgia.
And while these law enforcement officials say crime is trending downward across metro Atlanta and the state of Georgia, their fight isn't over.
Until crime is at zero in every one of our communities and everybody is not victimized of crime anywhere in the state of Georgia, it's not good enough.
In Chamblee, Joe Ripley, 11 Alive News.
Also, I want to get to this next clip right here because, guys, I'm going to tell you something. There's no such thing as being in a rush. There's no such thing as I didn't want to miss my train. There is no such excuse for doing things that can probably make you lose your own life. I'm just going to say that the gift of life, sometimes you got to really think about this sometimes, people. Is it worth crossing that train track? Should I jump on this whatever? Sometimes we do a lot of things, but we're really playing around with narrow escapes of playing with our lives. And because we're covered it, we're lucky that we don't get taken out. Watch this one clip right here. I don't know if you guys are going to see this as severe as I do. I want you guys to see this clip right here of this lady. She couldn't go around the train, so she literally decided to go under and crawl under a train. Yeah, watch this, y'all. Watch this.
New video shows the lengths some people go to catch a train.
A person crawled underneath a metro train in the western suburbs, and you can see it there while it was stopped at a station. WGN's Patrick Elwood is here now with more, and to explain this one, Patrick.
As they say, common sense sometimes is not that common. Whether it's car versus train or pedestrian versus train, the vast majority of such incidents are preventable. So say the people behind Illinois Rail Safety Week. June 2025, Gary, Indiana. 5 people are killed when a train hits a car. Investigators would later determine the gates were down and the lights were flashing. The driver attempted to beat that approaching train.
Not that
Their
serious.
deaths part of a bigger picture of similar happenings across the country all too often. These statistics speak for themselves. Every 3 hours, somebody in the U.S. is hit by a train. That's according to the Illinois Commerce Commission, or ICC for short. Sometimes these safety advocates say it's somebody just not paying attention or bad decisions that lead to bad outcomes. Hinsdale officials just posting this video of somebody crawling under a stopped Metro line train. No harm here.
So let me get this straight, y'all, because I'm all for, I thought that she was trying to get inside where the bags are. I'm like, oh, she's trying to do the stowaway. And they was like, no, she's trying to get on the train, but she need to go on the other side. Yeah, y'all, yeah.
But acts like these lead to grave consequences.
Straight
This
front to
week
them.
is Rail Safety Week in Illinois, which is a public service campaign designed to
said she
get people
found an
to
angry
pay
squirrel
attention
under
more
there.
to the dangers of rail crossings. Deputy Governor Bria Scudder is part of the state's initiative to save lives.
Yeah, y'all. I mean, common sense ain't too common. It ain't too common. We got to keep on moving forward, you guys, because I try to bring common sense to us every day by doing stuff like that and showing things like that. Sometimes you might say, well, what happened to Carol? Well, she lost her life trying to climb up under a train. A train, it's not that serious. Because guess what Carol could have been doing? Inside of the what's the place where you get your little sandwich at? Sitting down on her phone. Yeah, I'm 2 hours late, but I'm alive. Keep on moving forward, you guys, to Louisiana. But we got the video of these sheriffs, deputies that put a pow-powing on this man. And they got the video 6 years later. And finally this information is emerging right now. But check this out. I want you guys to see this right here. This is pretty crazy right here. Check this out.
In Louisiana, disturbing video has emerged showing a brutal beating inside a detention center 6 years after it happened. Back in 2019, cameras captured 2 Louisiana sheriff's deputies beating a man named Jarius Brown in the laundry room of a detention center. Now the video resurfaced as lawyers for Brown seek damages for his injuries. Let's bring in CBS News reporter Katie Weiss, who's live for us in New Orleans. Katie, why is this video only coming to light now?
Well, good evening, Liz. This video was just released as part of a civil suit against the DeSoto Sheriff's Parish Office, Parish Sheriff's Office against them for their alleged actions in this incident, which happened back in 2019, 6 years ago. Now, the Associated Press has been investigating this incident for quite a while, and they were the first outlet to obtain this video we're showing you now. It shows deputies throwing multiple punches on Jarius Brown, who is now 32 years old, 6 years later since that incident took place. He was undergoing a strip search after he was arrested for an alleged car theft, according to the Associated Press. Now, after the beating, the video shows a deputy trying to interview Brown, but he clearly was incapable of responding, his face swollen from the deputies throwing punches. Now, here's what a police use of force expert had to say to the Associated Press about his assessment of the full video. Take a listen.
This went beyond excessive. This is something I would refer to as being brutalized. The inmate was brutalized by the officers, and there was no reason to throw the number of punches that they did. This individual was absolutely compliant up to the point where the beating started, based on what I saw. To that point, once the beatings occurred, that individual was never given an opportunity to be compliant.
Now, Louisiana State Police first cleared the deputies of any wrongdoing in this incident. However, federal prosecutors later pursued a case against both of these deputies involved, with actually one of the deputies later sentenced to 3 years for excessive force. The other served 10 months in prison for obstruction of justice. Liz?
That man's face looked like Thomas Hearns. I mean, he looked like Martin after Thomas Hearns punched him. His whole face had a whole nother face on it. Looking just like, you still love me, Gina? Y'all do me a favor, double tap that screen if y'all appreciate the content that y'all getting right now. Subscribe to the channel, become a member. Hit that like button, hit the bell right there so that everybody, so that you can know when we're on. We're gonna keep on moving forward. Y'all know that we got more. Let's get on over to Benihana, where it's like not just about flipping. It's not just about having a good time. And so, you know how you go to Benihana and they be chopping up all the food and everything, and they'll flip it in the air and they'll put it in your mouth. They be like, open your mouth. And then they'll flip it. You be like, that's a good shrimp right there. Yeah, make me some more of them shrimp. Yeah, but that's not what happened at this Benihana. Somebody got fired, and he went in there and showed up and showed out. He wasn't happy about getting fired, so he decided that he wanted to act up a little bit. So yeah, Benihana worker, he fights security guard and the other diners, and everybody went crazy in Torrance the other day, y'all. Check this out.
Of course, it's known for dinner and a show, but not this kind of show. A brawl breaks out inside a Benihana's restaurant.
KCAL's Lori Perra is live to explain how the trouble started in Torrance. Lori.
Well, you know, the slogan on the Benihana website is, it's not just a meal, it's an experience. And diners here certainly got both last night, though clearly not in the way owners probably had it in mind. The only thing hotter than the hibachi was the temper of an upset worker at the Torrance Benihana Monday. You're seeing that right. In this now viral video, the worker picks up a plate and launches it at a security guard. Then some customers and the guard tackle him, causing 64 seconds of chaos as diners scatter to get out of the way as the worker is wrestled to the ground screaming before it ends as quickly as it started and he walks away followed by that guard. Torrance police say they got calls about the fight here just before 8:30 p.m. and were told it all started when the restaurant manager asked the worker to leave and he refused. Cue the security guard and things erupted from there. Customer Drew Banks says there's no excuse for what happened.
And I think the part of that video that really struck me the most was hearing that kid crying in the background. Like, how unnecessary is that? I'm sorry, no. You get fired for a job for whatever reason, cause or no cause. You don't get to come back and start throwing plates at people and cause a whole scene.
Police say the worker was gone when they got there. EMTs arrived, but there were no serious injuries. The incident had Dave Sims rethinking plans to celebrate a birthday here tonight.
Damn you! How dare you fire me? Ha! I will throw plates at you. Oh, your security wants to kick me out. I am not just a good chef, I am also a good fighter. These fools going crazy at Benihana, y'all.
You know, my granddaughter's having her 8th birthday here. She gets to pick the restaurant. So she picked Benihana's. Last time it was P.F. Chang's. So expensive taste.
Yeah.
But as 8 years old, but we were thinking, I wonder if we want to go there. We don't want someone to come back and, retaliate.
Dad Sean Wild had the same concerns.
Yeah, I saw the video. I was just very alarmed that, I send my child to this daycare next door, and I've been to this Benihana. But yeah, unfortunately, I just don't hope that person doesn't return, and it's a safe environment.
Hopefully it's an isolated incident and it's all taken care of. People get angry when you fire them. He could have got fired right on the spot after doing the double shift. Who knows? We don't know what happened. We got to keep on moving forward. But a lot of people thinking twice about going to Benihana. Check this out, you guys. We got to get on over to the Scottsdale teen who invents something that will make sure that nobody breaks into your house. This teenager right here is a genius. Let's come on and show him some respect, you guys. Everybody up in here right now, I want you guys to see this invention that this teenager made. Check this out.
17-year-old Ayush Siddhapara has a typical after-school routine, but he's also balancing senior year with running a business.
I love building things, but I also love seeing the things that I build actually do something in the real world.
The Doorbolt started as an 8th grade physics project.
Deadbolts are the most common type of door locks, and I learned the physics behind them are hilariously bad.
An intruder can break down a deadbolted door in seconds.
We installed in our actually garage door, that first one. And my husband was surprised at how much force it can take, even if you kick from the outside.
How it works is it reinforces the door by using the strength of the frame. Most people's doors themselves are pretty weak, but the frame is very strong.
It anchors the door to the frame, and the proof is in the numbers. The patented design is in 15,000 homes, profiting more than $800,000. Experts at a defense and security trade show in Vegas reaffirmed his idea that this can also work in schools.
Public school next to us had a school shooting threat. It wasn't an actual school shooter, but a threat. But that shook all of the schools nearby. And the fact that something so tragic can just happen that quickly, I thought that I had the ability to change that.
Doorbells are now in several schools in Texas, California, and Pennsylvania. Part of the mission is making security more accessible.
I've been working on an initiative with Senator Annalise Ortiz to get these doorbells into her community.
The plan is to donate 100 of them to households in Maryvale. When it comes to solving a problem in your community, it all starts with a question.
If you believe you would never fail, how far do you think you could go?
Ayush Siddhapara tells me he has plans to come up with different design shapes like butterflies to better blend in with classrooms. And for any doorbell purchased through his website over the next month, he's going to match it with a donation. We have a link to more information on azfamily.com.
I can see so much uses for that. I didn't even think about the school setup until he said it. Because think about it. You need a quick remedy if something going on in the school. Grab the doorbell, put it on the door, on both doors. Got a better chance of them not being able to enter that room. And this is the time when you guys go in your kid's room and be like this. Y'all go in your kid's room and be like this. Like, and you see what this kid just did? What are you doing? Oh, I'm playing video games, Mom. Oh my God, watch me go to this next board. Oh my God. That's just like when we got the pit bull thing. Everybody else's pit bull is like pulling and all strong, hunting and doing all type of crazy stuff. And then you go look at your pit bull and it's like, I'm a potato. Let's show some love to the kid. Some of the very smart information, some of the smart ingenuity that he came up with. And I'm sure it's going to save many lives, you guys. Let's keep on moving forward right now. Let's keep on moving forward. We got something for you right here. You know, I got to make you guys laugh real quick. So what we going to do? My favorite. I already told you pit bulls are my favorite. So yes, we got a situation here where this pit bull throws a dramatic tantrum every time. And you wouldn't believe this. I love pit bulls and you guys know that about me. So let's go.
Just playing it cool. You'd never guess that this playful pit bull was once a broken soul, abandoned and afraid. Cairo was once a stray pit bull, broken in body and spirit. He was emaciated, trembling at every sound, and flinched whenever a hand reached for his head. The look in his eyes said everything. He had known cruelty, and he expected more of it. But the day I brought him home, everything changed. For the very first time, Cairo realized what love felt like. His tail wagged so furiously, it looked like it might lift him off the ground. And then he did something I'll never forget. He danced around the room as if saying, I'm safe now. I belong. The food bowls, the warm bed, the gentle touch, they were miracles to him. Slowly, the fear began to melt away. In its place grew trust, joy, and a love so pure, it still takes my breath away.
Look at that face.
Today, Cairo is 5 years old. With his muscular frame and piercing stare, he looks intimidating at first. Strangers often assume he's dangerous. But behind that tough exterior is the softest heart I've ever known. He adores his sisters, always patient and kind. With our kittens, he is the most gentle protector, watching over them as if he knows how fragile they are.
Come on now, how you cannot love a face like that? Shout out to Cairo. Shout out to all pit bulls. Shout out to all animals around the world, y'all, because you know your boy over here love animals, and we going to give them all the love in the world. Thank you for that love right there. And guess what? If y'all trying to make some money, all y'all got to do is hit that link in the description, fill out a survey, because you could make up to $500 today. 2 surveys, both of them for $250. You guys would be able to make up to $500. Go check it out because you'll make some money and I'll make some money too. Also, if you remember or you already subscribed to the channel, you know what I want you to do? Send over your promo so we can put it in the post notification area. You guys will be able to get your promo out there in front of hopefully 50,000 subscribers once I go look. If we met the mark right now. That's right, you guys. We like to show each other love over here. We have a platform. This is our bottom line, not just H+our. It's ours. I just happen to be the host. Without you guys, I wouldn't be able to do jack. There's no me without you. Y'all know that already. There's no me without you, Casey. There's no me without you, Liberty. There's no me without you, Liberty. There's no me without you, Rebecca, because I'd be here by myself. Daddy Lynn, Demonetized, VIP Auction Group, all of you guys. I appreciate you guys so much. And guess what that means? That means I want y'all to come out. If you guys are in New York, I want you guys to show up and show out at that Show Your Talent talent show. That's where I'm going to be the host. That's right. Your boy BOOGOTTINYC is the host of this talent show. What's the name of the talent show? It's the Show Your Talent show. And it's sponsored by Big Drip Hard Punch. That's the talent show that we're doing in New York, Manhattan, Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, and Staten Island. Guess what? We're going to be in the Bronx next 2 weeks, October the 4th at the Throgs Neck Superstore, 571 Throgs Neck. You guys get on over there, get the nice taste of Big Drip. Let your boy hear what type of talent that you have. Maybe you're a singer, maybe you're a dancer, maybe you can do backflips. I don't know what you can do, but what I want you to do is put your name in that mailing list at the website, www.drinkbigdrip.com, in order to sign up. You don't even have to come to be a part of the show. You can come be a part of the audience. Hang out with your boy. Taste some Big Drip. Chill out. DJ Don Dot is going to be there. It's going to be a fantastic time. Y'all, it's going to be a good time. All I need you guys to do, go to the mailing list, www.drinkbigdrip.com. That's right. I'm also going to post it all over in flyers like this so that you guys can show up and be part of the Show Your Talent search. That's the one where the last person in the finals is going to have a chance to win $1,000 on top of the $250 that they've already made. You guys, y'all know it's my favorite day. It's Monday. Time to get to work. They got to pick up the phone now. Pick up the phone. Pick up the phone. That's right, it's Monday. Oh, it's Friday. We can't. It's about to be the weekend. Oh, Thursday, they be like, well, you know it's about to be the weekend. But guess what? Monday, they got to pick up the phone and they got to do the business. That's why I love Monday so much, because that being said, you guys, don't worry about problems. They're going to be there until we find a solution. And problems always present opportunities, and that's why we keep on searching and we keep on moving. You guys, Monday morning, drink some water. Have a fantastic day. Liberty and justice. I want to pray for you. Rebecca, I want to pray for you. I want to pray for Mal Kappa, Angry B805, Casey, Batty Lynn. Who else we got up in the building? Demonetized. Tiffany, we praying for you as well. Everybody under the sound of my voice, I want everybody to have a fantastic, safe, and harmonious day. Get back here tomorrow. And I say that, amen, amen. Hopefully you guys have a good day. Get those smiles up. And do me a favor. At the count of 3, do what I do. Not in the chat. Physically. Mirror what I do. Do exactly what I do. Y'all ready? 1, 2, 3, smile. You see that? And I'm not talking about an emoji. I want you to do it in real life right now. Smile into your camera, just like this. Don't they make your stomach feel good? Don't they give you a burst of energy? That's what I want to leave you guys with. Why? Because y'all could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that y'all came here to see me, chill with me today, I appreciate you. So until tomorrow, y'all know what it is. Get 'em. Peace. 1.